Hi guys, it's Dan here from Sound of Destiny. Look, I just wanted to make a tutorial to help you better utilize the click tracks in your church. So there's a couple of things you're going to need to do this. The first one is to decide on what playback device you'll use, whether it's a cell phone or an iPad or a laptop. Then from the device you'll need a headphone adapter which will split the signal into two. One would go to the drummer's ear so they could hear the metronome. The second one would then go to the DI box, and from the DI box all the way to the sound desk, so then they can come through the front of house speakers. And then the last thing you'd need would be an audio program. If you have a Mac, you can use the pre-installed GarageBand. If you're running Windows, you can download the Audacity, which is for free. So once you have those things, you can go to the Dropbox DCNZ music folder, and the click tracks, go into the individual tracks and just go ahead and download the files that we have here. So we're going to use Born in the Fire for this one, and I've already pre-downloaded some of the files, and there's just one more to go, which is the symbol. So just going to add that in and just line them all up to the same start point. So what I've done with the metronome track is panned it hard left, and every other track is panned hard right, as I will with this one here. And so this is effectively going to give us our split tracks. So the metronome will be only heard by the drummer, and we do not want it to go anywhere else. We don't want it to come through the foldbacks. We don't want it to go to the front of house either. So the congregation or anyone else should not hear this audio. What they will hear, of course, though, would be everything else that we have here. You may not want it to go to the fallbacks. It's really just to help fill out the sound or make it a bit deeper. So once that's set up, what you would then need to do is at your next practice, bring the laptop and maybe sit it at the front, and if you can play the tracks through your front of house speakers so that you can hear and then pre-mix the sound. So what's going to happen is once we are happy with the sound or a mix of sound, we're going to export it to a file. And so when you're playing this live in your church, the sound man will get that one file sent to them, or one signal, and they will not be able to mix any of these tracks live. So your job, if you spend some time on it, would be to pre-mix it. So we'll just go to a point where it is quite full, and we'll just mute the metronome track. Okay, so if the percussion's coming through too loud, then we can pull it back a bit. Maybe add some strings and pull back some of the synth. Again, so this will just be to whatever works best for you and your team. Once you've achieved the desired result that you're happy with, the next part would be to maybe mix up the arrangement. So with Sound of Destiny Auckland, we have a set format for the song Born in the Fire, and everyone has to learn the format, mainly the vocalists, because they will have to go off memory where they are in the song and what's coming next, whether it's the verse or the pre-chorus. So what you can do is, if the intro is too long, and I think it's 4 cycles through the intro before the first verse comes in. So if possibly it's too long and we want to get rid of 2 of them, then you can just pretty much cut and paste and then remove it to suit. So if we just cut out the 2 of the intros, and so in effect we're only going to have 2 intros going here. Sorry. Then when we play it, it'll be shorter and will suit better. So obviously it might be a little bit of fiddling around to do, but hopefully you get the idea. The next part, after you have a format that you that works well with you again, you might need to go and record a vocal cue so that the drummer knows where they're at in the song, because basically this is the only person that will get to hear what's going on behind the scenes. If we just add a new track and choose the microphone, and then if we just solo the metronome and that track that we just created and get it ready to record. One, two, three, four. So what we're going to do is just push this back to the start. Line it up so it's in time, and then the drummer will know when to cue everyone else in. So it should sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So after the first 1, 2, 3, 4, the drummer will then know to click the sticks for the everyone else's counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're into the song. So from that point on, everyone else will be going from memory of what the format is that you've preset for everyone to do. Okay, so once we're finished that, then simply just export or bounce it down to a single MP3 file or WAV file or whatever you're using in your church, and then save this to your playback device. So let me know how you get on. If you have any more questions, I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise, God bless, and hope to hear from you soon.